Hi guys, this is a home workout. That's why I'm demoing the workout in my home. So this is a really nice, convenient strength training sequence that you can do with one dumbbell. And I would use a dumbbell that is the appropriate weight for your biceps curls or your military press. And you want to do a cardio warm-up first. So ideally, you're leading off with 5 to 15 or even 20 minutes of cardio, or you're doing a 5-minute warm-up or better, and then interspersing cardio and strength. So your first strength exercise, which is an isolating exercise for the upper back, would be pullover. So you'd stack the dumbbells vertically adjacent to each other, actually making contact, and you lay down, keep your core strong, knees are at 90 degrees, that preserves the lumbar curve, protects the low back. When you grab the dumbbells now, the depth of flexion of your elbows will have an influence on the amount of resistance. The longer your arms are, the more difficult it'll be to do the pullover, and the shorter they are, the smaller that arc, the less load you'll be managing. So ideally you want your elbows almost fully extended, and then when you start to hinge, there's no movement at the elbow, it's hinging at the shoulders. Make sure that you stay in the lower 45 degrees, that you don't go beyond that, because the load actually starts to diminish beyond 45 degrees and the weights are over your head. You could drop them and then that would be, of course, disastrous. When you come down with control, lightly touch the floor, but don't rest. And then just continue on until it gets to be very, very difficult. And on the last repetition that you know you can complete, hold it as long as you can and slowly release, gently putting the weights back down on the floor so that you have a nice, slow, dynamic stretch at the end of it. From the same position, well, basically the same position, stack the weights, or place the weights vertically, frame your hips. This time, this is for the chest. Similar idea here. It's an isolating exercise with just hinging at the shoulders. So you pivot off the elbows and bring the weights up using your biceps. Then you push the weight up to a 45-degree angle and open up. Now notice that my elbows are not high on my torso. They're not down here by the curve of my ribs. We're right about mid-chest. That's the best position for leverage. Open up slowly, lightly touch the elbows on the floor. There's no movement at the elbow. It's hinging at the shoulders, just like our last exercise. All right, and then you would go similarly to the last rep that you could complete, and then come down slowly. If you start to lose control and you start to feel discomfort to the shoulders, simply bring the weights in so the load is supported by the forearms, and then you can bring the weights down like so. Okay, that's the pullover and the pec fly.